Yeah.
A different
I guess
assassin.
Ricky, yeah, I feel like PA just does most things Ricky does better. And does some things that Ricky doesn't do. The main benefit of Ricky is you've got a bit more solo kill potential. And you've got the silence. That's
Yeah,
really
silence
the
is
difference
really the
between
only
two
thing.
heroes. Like, Invis and Blur, kind of similar. If anything, Blur is better than Invis, I would say.
I thought they were going to take the Mars before the Oracle, but this is like such a good Mars game.
Good old Mars Phoenix. And
Anti-mage.
here we go.
Whoa.
Anti-mage time.
First appearance in
Okay.
the playoffs.
I like this. This to me feels like it flips the script. It changes the way that you want to play this game entirely now. You're going to be farming faster, hopefully, if you don't things don't go terribly
Yeah.
wrong, and then you just try and shut down the map and take away from the Spectre.
None of these heroes are particularly good against AM. Definitely the supports are both garbage against AM. Spectre doesn't. I feel like Spectre's not very good against AM, and Mars is
But here we
overall
are.
not great.
Meteor Hammer Mars, as
Hey.
was showcased by Liquid Boxy. yeah, really, you're just absorbing. You're like, wow,
Yeah,
this is
soaking it in.
This is groundbreaking stuff.
My brain just can't handle the ingenious
Of course,
nature of the build.
straight from Boxy to the mind. But no, probably don't do that.
I don't know what you do though. Like realistically, this presents a lot of problems.
Yeah, heavy physical damage there. Considering it could be a Mars mid, they banned Legion. Yeah, I think you want to get something. You need an anti-mage answer, some catch, some physical damage.
Right.
Slaughter gets banned out. Yeah, they're expecting a Mars mid with both these bans.
That to me was like when I saw the Legion ban out, I was like, okay, that's a good potential answer to the anti-mage, but they're already answering the potential answer that could come. I'm gonna say answer a few more times. That'll get us where we need to go.
Yep. Maybe you consider like a TA type hero if you're Among Us.
Is there any other hard lockdown?
Puck is a dead hero.
I don't think Puck. You want to Puck into AM.
I was
Oh, really?
thinking it too for the lockdown potential, but I guess that you just end up dying to it probably.
I mean, it gives you catch and lockdown for AM, but I feel like
10
if AM
seconds
comes
remaining.
online, the Puck is just like, ugh.
Right.
Like, and if you catch AM in
5
coil, how do you
seconds
actually kill him?
remaining.
None of these heroes do damage to AM.
Yeah,
Problem.
at most
That-
you spear him out of the coil for
Yeah.
damage, but
They need a hero that has the damage output to kill an AM, or they need to just snowball the game and AM never comes online.
What do we have?
Um,
What about Monkey King or something like that?
I think the control's a bit of an issue, but Monkey King does look like a pretty good pick this game.
yeah,
I
'cause
mean, whatever hero you pick, I feel like there's going to be some slight problem with it.
you need a stun and you need physical damage,
Yeah.
are basically your two requirements from the mid laner.
Yeah, I think Monkey King, like a TA type hero, sounds good.
Right.
Or yeah, I mean the offlaners. Think physical damage offlaners maybe.
Underlord.
He doesn't do any damage.
Yeah.
I think AM is an Underlord counter in a lot of ways. Underlord could have a good laning phase
Dire
against
team pick.
a lot of people.
You could
Safety K pick.
maybe CK or something mid against this Dragon Knight. And then you would have damage.
The only thing is the projectile's way too slow, and we'll
Right,
be able
yeah.
to counterspell it every single time.
You'd have to go Blink.
Yeah, and your illusion
10
army against
seconds
DK
remaining.
Tide, like they
Right.
both just completely mitigate your illusions. I think.
5 seconds remaining.
Let's look at our hero pool over on the right side.
Axe. There's a pick.
Yeah.
There's a pick.
Yeah, I think we need to look at some of these heavy damage output heroes. Like a mid Clinks type hero. That's it. Clinks has been good against AM, I
Okay.
feel. I think Clinks is a dead hero. Arc Warden,
We got to
maybe-
go out of the box.
Arc Warden Spectre. Oh man.
Okay.
Now select your heroes.
Okay, they go for a lane win in the mid lane, I guess, with the mid Bat Rider, would be my guess. Yeah, Abed picks up the Bat, so they're kind of looking to snowball this game, because they don't have a good AM answer. They're going to need to not let AM free farm and get ahead early.
Sounds easier said than done.
Agreed.
That's okay. It's not our problem. It's Among Us's problem. But they've got a game. They're not on elimination quite yet. But we are going to jump to a quick break, and when we return, game number 2 of Boom versus Among Us. Welcome back. We got a little bit more time before we jump into the game, and I feel like I did cut you guys off. So, predictions. Anti-Mage team, Spectre team.
It's going to be a good game.
No.
No.
Get off the fence, Lyrical.
It's going to be a garbage game.
Thank you.
That's
This
right.
AM is going to absolutely dumpster
That's what
Among
I'm
Us. We're going to
saying.
be snoozing while AM hits creeps.
Yeah.
It's going to be a game 3.
Fine.
And I wanted game 3.
Thank you.
But we have to get through the bad part first. That's
Yeah.
what you're telling me.
Get excited for game 3. Game 2, it's going to be a snoozer. no. Okay. Stick around. There's stuff Among Us can do. But it's definitely a challenge for them to counter and pressure this AM.
You know, sometimes when we're like casting or whatever, I like to sort of build up these like narratives of the way that the game is going to go and things to look for and all this stuff. In this game, it feels like the only narrative is like, can they just like try and suppress this growing monster that is an anti-mage that's ridiculously farmed? And
Yeah.
that's what we're going to be talking about this whole game is how are they shutting him down?
Yeah, I think the one other possible narrative is if, Spectre free farms. Often Spectre is a hero that just has a slow laning stage and doesn't have an easy time in lane, but if somehow Among Us are able to secure Spectre a really good start and In Your Dream gets really farmed and somehow keeps up with AM, it could look kind of different. Reppin' the P-Flax autograph.
Hey.
Wow.
Who's this? In Your Dream? Nice.
Yeah, he's a Pyrian Flax fan.
Can I just say that Spectre, I'm excited to get the Immortal or the Arcana, because
yeah.
that like base model is just very uninteresting to me. So I want to see them do something cool with it.
There is a lot of potential for sure.
Yeah.
It's going to be a different color, I feel.
Other than purple?
either orange or blue. That's what all the Arcanas are. Either orange or blue.
Huh.
Or at least significant parts of, I feel like, her will become a different color.
Yeah.
So if there
I'm down.
was a different color that you could do her and Arcana with, what do you think you'd want it to be? Like, gold feels kind of like meh. The
Maybe
blue.
you make her that ghosty blue that her eyes are, and then make her eyes the purple. You color swap.
That's a cool idea.
I'm intrigued.
I feel like that there's some value in just doing like a different color completely, like out of the box, like a green Spectre or something, you know?
Yep.
I don't really know what other colors would be good though.
You know, like that case hardened color. That's like whenever something's welded.
Like gunmetal?
Yeah, like gunmetal.
Okay. That's what you're talking about there?
Yeah,
Interesting.
a metallic-y Spectre.
Now the other possibility is going like Spectre before she was a Spectre.
Yeah, well, if you subscribe to Slacks,
I don't.
Okay, then.
PA is Spectre theory.
That's correct. Yes.
I don't subscribe to that theory.
Nor do I.
I think that it would be cool if you could do one of those. Do one of the Spectre
Whoa.
before Spectre.
He's got the crow.
Yeah, the crow's the best one.
I like the Manta Ray a lot.
Manta Ray is cute.
Yep. The crow one stands out the most.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't see the crow one very often. I feel like I see
It's
them.
like a common or something. It's not even like a rare thing.
The crow? Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It's like 10 cents on the market or something. Yeah, it's
Jeez.
uncommon.
It looks fantastic.
Yeah.
Empiric Incendiary. That's great.
I would have thought it was like an immortal or
Yeah.
something with how much it changes the look of the hero, like in a really cool way, but all right.
Yeah, usually all the mounts are. Alright, I've got a stat for you guys.
Tell me.
Anti-Mage has
30
been picked
seconds to
15
go.
times
Okay.
in the Monster Energy Dota Summit 13. What do you think his win rate is? 15 picks.
Um,
Do you think it's above 50 or below 50?
I think it is well below 50.
Okay, you're
I'm
on the right
thinking
track.
below 25.
Not that low.
Okay.
He is a 33.33.
Oh.
He has won 5 out of his 15 games.
The
So,
battle
He's mid.
begins.
he is mid.
that is not what I expected.
Whoops.
Oh, you're breaking things.
My
But
bad.
yeah, I guess they felt like they have to dodge this DK versus Batrider matchup. We've seen this a few times, and I think one of those games was it Boom who had to do the side lane DK, or I think it might have been a different team.
Yeah. But why not send the Tide mid?
That could have been good. I guess.
I think Tide also loses to Bat, not as badly as DK. Like you can crack off napalms, but you still have Firefly on top of you.
Are
Yeah.
they dual laning mid?
This is some like 2012 Dota,
What?
back when you saw like Lich AM mid.
My goodness.
Dual lane mid used to be a thing. You send your carry mid with a support and you have a good time.
Wait, then I'm still confused. Why wouldn't they just let the Tide solo? Why are they making the DK solo?
I guess that they just want to put the pressure on the Spectre. They don't want to let Spectre completely free farm.
I think that's a good reason. Maybe they could have done DK plus one top. But
Yeah, just the
Right.
Mirana DK top
Yeah.
and then let Tide solo against the Mars Phoenix.
perhaps Makoto, I mean, he really wants that solo XP to get that early dragon form.
That could be it too.
As long as he's getting some CS, I think you're kind of prioritizing the levels on DK. Is the idea there?
This dual mid's pretty clever though.
Yeah, so far Abed able to farm just fine. They're not necessarily expecting to destroy Abed. He's going to be able to get CS and do pretty well. It's more just about limiting Batrider's ability to overrun a lane and get kills.
Right, this was a final pick Batrider.
You know, the other thing about setting Tide top 2 is I think it puts more pressure on than a DK would. Like,
Yeah,
there's a lot more kill
it's
potential.
the thing is though that I don't feel like they need to put the pressure. They have the anti-mage, and they get the first blood on March.
Yeah, it's good. Why not though? Just get him, mess with them a little.
Yeah, I mean, I'm always down to make a Spectre's life hell.
Ooh, interesting play here. Inkswell and then taking all that mana away from Abed. Yeah, this anti-mage is going to have a really good game.
That was clever. They saw he didn't have mana for Firefly, so they could just blink in aggressively. Took away that last bit of mana, the bottle charges. But I think that's a bottle refill. March doing March things. Always there for the team.
Being a helper. Takes down Makoto, and Zephyr goes down to hide. So back and forth we go. A very, very good start right now, it's looking like, for Boom. Well on their way to trying to force this to a game number 3.
Yeah, I think they really like this Tide Mirana dual lane. Like we can see, the Gush is just a good enough slow that it sets up and kind of guarantees an arrow to land. Usually it's like the stun setup for the arrow, but an early point in Gush and Spectre's not free farming. That to me was the condition, at least one of the few conditions for Among Us to win this game was Spectre needs to free farm and kind of keep up with AM, and then also Batrider needed to kind of have a very explosive, high impact game. Which can definitely still happen. The Batrider is farming and doing just fine in this mid lane.
Well, like you said, having a pretty decent time there. And I guess the other thing you could possibly do, I'm not sure if we've seen it yet, but Grimstroke maybe trying to get some stacks going for the anti-mage whilst he's sitting here mid. Jump forward again. Abed gets hit by the stun, takes away a little bit more of that mana. Again.
March is gonna have to die again now.
Yeah. Or he's going to walk back to base and then
Yeah, exactly.
Give me your bottle.
He's
going
going stack.
stacks for Batrider and then try and
Radiant's
secure the
bottom
4-minute
tower
rune.
is under attack.
I don't imagine they're going to be letting Batrider get it. Nope. Unfortunately,
Oh, an Arcane would have been great for him.
yeah, having the dual line mid means that, they're going to, you go for a rune, there's 2 heroes chasing you that can threaten to kill you, so harder than usual to get runes for the Batrider.
A lot of pressure across all the lanes right now, and it looks like just the biggest loser is that Spectre up top. It's not awful, but same amount of last hits basically as the DK. That was not the Gush.
He just wanted the armor reduction, obviously.
Right? Some of the Fate's Edict plays, I've been thinking about it with Techies sort of making a comeback. I was thinking about Oracle with Techies, because if you Fate's Edict and then you blast off, you don't take the damage,
self-damage, yeah.
which is pretty cool. I was thinking about that as a way, like if Techies is really low HP, he tries to deny himself on you,
Oh, the offensive Fate's Edict play?
Yeah.
Oh.
and then you can just get him with a couple right clicks or whatever.
Dire's middle tower is under
Hide.
attack.
Going to jump up to the high ground, and whew, by the skin of his teeth.
I don't know if the Phoenix connected with the Icarus dive.
This is not where AM wants to be. It's not hitting creeps. It's chasing bounty runes that March is picking up in front of him. Wow, the broadsword first Spectre build. This is this does not look like your everyday Spectre items.
Damage reduction from Anger Smash.
No. Yeah. That's pretty rough.
It's him saying he wants to go jungle as soon as possible.
Yeah.
Can't lane against this Tide. The Anchor Smash damage is getting harder and harder to play against, so as soon as this Blade Mail's up in your dream, he's going to be hitting up some jungle camps.
Dire's top
Just
tower
hoping to get a
is
few more
under
levels.
attack.
Time
Radiant
March
structures
trying to
are
stack up a couple more
fortified.
camps again, and it looks like he will get both of them.
Can Radiant do anything about this? I believe they have, yeah, they have an observer ward that gets dewarded, but they've seen some of the stacking going on. Elsewhere is where they're focused, and that's going to be the kill on the spec.
Are fortified.
They
Dire's
barely got
top
more
tower
gold for
is
that
under
than the
attack.
ward kill. That's fine. That was Ravage used as well. So March here trying to get away, but they're going to TP in the Batrider, or rather the Phoenix, and that stops the pressure. Yeah, this ain't looking good for Among Us.
I'm
Doesn't mean
surprised-
there's no Ravage for the neutral contest if they want to go invade the stacks.
Yeah, but I think once Batrider leaves, then it's very obvious as now March does.
Your phase
And so they can just contest it whenever they're being taken rather than stealing them.
Batrider did make the move bottom. This is the matchup Among Us have wanted from the start. The Batrider against the DK. Not bad. Firefly will be wearing off in just a second here.
Oh, the
Dream
stroke
Cell, yeah.
misses, but
They've got Mana Void. That's a...
Wow.
the old mid-AM rotation.
They saw this ward being planted, so it will be easily dewarded.
I think they already have a sentry there too.
Very similar to what Liquid do when they're doing all their stacks. They always have an observer ward there to protect it and scout the enemies coming in and planning their own
Dire's
wards.
bottom tower is under attack.
In your dream.
Radiant's middle
Trying
tower
to start
is
farming
under
it, but
attack.
Mirana is here. It's in the last hit.
Soaking up this XP, but I think In Your Dream is just happy as long as he gets whatever it is. Oh,
Another
nice.
Iron Talon Spectre.
Super needed. Oh, he just took 2 of the big creeps, though. God, that's so annoying to deal with.
Yeah, now even the Oracle felt like he needed to help in case there was a fight.
And all this time, AM just
Dire's
farming away.
courier has been killed.
Courier gets killed. AM, yeah, 47-12 on the way to Battlefield. Has a keen optic.
He's the mid lane. He's got to do those rotations. He needs the range on his Blink and Mana Void.
It doesn't even sound that awful, because I feel like often when you get your Battlefield, you have some slight mana problems if
Yeah.
you're blinking around to farm.
For sure.
Right.
Like, you'd rather an Iron Talon short, but...
Oh my god. They're right on top of him. Oh no. Yeah, there's not a lot going great right here for poor old Among Us. They take away a little bit there and able to get the kill onto Makoto. That's at least something. They're keeping this Dragon Knight down.
His DK is broke,
Dire's top tower is under attack.
but it's not his responsibility to win this game. It's Anti-Mage's responsibility.
Right. Taking down that tower is going to open up so much more room along the top side of the map too. And, you know, you can sort of just have free reign of that area once you're good to go as the anti-mage.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Makoto takes back over mid for a little bit. Try and get his farm back on. And yeah.
I think at this point, you're just AM gets first priority over whichever lane and farm he wants, but DK is having a very rough time, the lowest net worth of all the cores, so it's not going to be a very Makoto-like game in many ways. Has the catch-up Midas? I don't know if I like this. I feel like the Blink Rush is what he's been doing and has been
Yeah.
working for him.
And he has an Anti-Mage on his team. Why does he need to worry about going late as a DK?
I'm a little surprised by that. I think they maybe feel Among Us is just going to be going late game themselves with Spectre, so they want DK to scale, but
They do have pretty atrocious push on Among Us.
yeah.
So even if you lose a fight, like there's no objectives being taken.
It doesn't feel like this Midas is something that can get punished, but it does feel unnecessary. Like, he could be playing aggressive with a Blink Dagger,
Right.
and then AM
Right.
is just going to solo carry this game. But
This kind of feels like that one Liquid game where they went Brood and Lone Druid. It was like, yeah, I mean, obviously both these heroes are capable of doing things, but now when you're building a Midas, it's like DK and AM are kind of doing the same thing, which is late game carry potential.
No. It's going to be interesting to see. I don't know if they're going to miss out on that much, because it feels like FBZ has had a good enough start that he can kind of set the tempo. Like, DK's still doing what he's doing, and he's not really that slowed down. Like, if they start missing out on kills because they don't have that Blink Dagger, that's when we're going to start to probably be like, there's a problem.
I think with the Mice, see a counter kill here. Kezku just running in, accepting his fate. Your timing of Blink Dagger is going to kind of synchronize better with your AM's Manta Battle Fury time. If you just rush Blink, your AM's not going to be ready to fight. You can still make plays with Blink because you've got Grim, Mirana, and Tide, but I think the Midas into Blink is just going to mean that he'll come online when the AM comes online.
He's crazy.
He's tanky.
Does not appear to care about anything. Doesn't even have Ravage. He still is walking into them. The rest of the heroes moving into position.
He's full HP on the Tide.
Turns out Among Us just don't have damage. They have some serious damage problems.
1,000 gold lead right now, but definitely feeling like it has the potential to expand rather rapidly once that Battle Fury comes online. And I mean, any fight right now, if the Tide's involved in it, it's going to be hard to deal with.
So yeah, it feels like Tide could just plop himself in any lane, and how does Dire ever kill him? Like, which number of and combination of heroes actually threatens to kill this Tide? I'm not entirely sure. So Mirana go for Yules, I think recognizing, hey, you know, DK's not getting a blink, I got a Tide and AM, I got to set my own kills and set things up for us, so.
Dire's top tower is
And
under
we'll get
attack.
bullied out of this lane. Needs TP before the lasso comes in. It's going to be
Radiant's
close.
bottom tower is under
Oh
attack.
my goodness. Very well done by Hyde.
Smart of him to go for the double leap before the TP.
Dire's
But
middle tower
elsewhere,
is under attack.
it's
This
boom.
is a way more important
Radiant's
tower.
bottom tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower.
Now, they move up top, but they jump in right at the start. Silence is there, so we can't get the second God's Rebuke. And
Don't even get that kill.
Oh, nice.
okay.
Nice timing.
Yeah.
get the Inkswell kill over here instead. Abed still trying to chase down Kezcute. Does look like he's going to be able to run him down here. So at least be able to get one in turn while simultaneously taking the bottom tower.
It's a Grimstroke though,
Dire's
and
top tower is under
the AM
attack.
clock is ticking. AM continues to free farm. The mid tier 1 tower goes down.
Yeah, he was pushing top tier 2. He could have totally joined that fight. He was like, it's a Grimstroke.
Yeah. Does not feel like Among Us are in a very good spot in this game. Barrett does pick up the boots travel.
I guess that when you eventually get your Blink Dagger up on Bat, Haunt and then Manta, it might be enough if AM is alone to get the kill, but it's not going to be easy. And yeah, this Battle Fury immediately into taking a 2-ish stack of Ancients.
Yeah, I like how we're not even... Like, even if AM is alone, we still don't know if they have enough damage.
Right.
Forget if, like, Tidehunter's around or anything.
It's a real problem.
Spectre has done a good job of keeping up with all these stacks and ancient farming. As Among Us make their next move aggressively. We'll find Makoto here, and this is the Midas
Oh,
Decay.
no.
Boy. They mace. Yeah, it looks like they
Pull him back in.
got the damage yet.
Sunray going out afterwards, trying to bring down Makoto. Spear finishes him off. 4 heroes to kill the Dragon Knight. They did get him, but there's no objective to claim afterwards, and it looks like it's more space open for him to farm.
Midas isn't up, so you know DK's like, it's fine. I'm gonna be respawning and I'll be ready to Midas. I want no loss efficiency. I don't think, from a a viewer perspective, you just look at this DK and you're like, it's not really a DK mid. At this point, you're just kind of like this 3/4 position DK. AM's your 1 position. Tide's second in net worth too. He's going to be offering a ton of survivability and frontline potential. Blink Refresher queued up, so
That's where he's going.
none of these Dire heroes really want to build BKB, and playing into double Ravage sounds kind of scary. This looks like a bit of a feed, but he does get the bounty rune.
Oh, AM's here. Give him the kill.
Takes the kill.
Yeah.
Yoink.
Says all you need to know about Boom's game plan now. AM not looking to hold on to that ultimate for any kind of a team fight.
Well, Spectre, as you mentioned, still keeping up, but that timing window of like how strong the anti-mage is going to be and how quickly, it's going to be hard to deal with.
The real big problem, like, I think Spectre, you could theoretically, if you're keeping up, like, if these net worths on Spectre and AM, that would be okay for a Spectre team if the other heroes were better against AM. Like, both your supports are just awful against AM. The Batrider isn't going to be great against AM either. The Mars doesn't deal with AM, so they just have no answers to the AM at all.
Yeah, and there's no point at which AM also... Ooh, nice arrow, but no follow-up. There's no point at which AM needs to join any fights also. He can just infinitely
Radiant's
split
middle
push,
tower is under
and
attack.
no hero on Among Us can really respond to it effectively. Batrider is eventually just going to start getting Abyssal Manta'd by the Anti-Mage. Oracle can't handle the split push, Phoenix can't handle it, and Mars and Spectre are required for team fights.
I think, yeah, this is very much the Abyssal timing is when it's perhaps just
Game over.
yeah, game over, or kill after kill is going to start happening, and I don't know how Among Us respond to an Abyssal AM. Abed rushing the BKB. Decides Blink is not the way. We're not going to have the damage to kill the AM. He's not going to be alone getting lassoed. I'm just going to get BKB so we can get the most out of a team fight where I don't have to worry about Ravage. AM blinking on me isn't as much of a
Radiant's
threat.
bottom tower
They
is
can
under
set up for a
attack.
fight up here. They have Mars Blink Dagger ready to go, and he is leading the charge with the DD available, and looks like he's going to find Kezcute.
It's going to be the classic
Dire's
Kezcute
middle tower
feed for
is
the
under
sake of the
attack.
team.
Are scattered.
No, he might even get the Inkswell stun? No.
Everyone else is just like, they've already just left Kezcute to die. It's I feel like if Boom won it, they may be strong enough to even take and win a team fight, but there's no need to.
Yeah.
It's just like an unnecessary risk where things could go wrong. Like if AM blinks in aggressively, doesn't kill the target he goes on, gets stunned or speared into a Mars arena, and he could die. So why risk it?
Because even the worst case scenario, okay, Mirana gets caught. She may be able to leap out. Tidehunter gets caught. It's going to take him like 30 seconds to kill him. Anti-Mage ideally is the primary target, but you don't have that instant initiation on him. You have Blink
Radiant
Spear,
are
Blink
scanning.
Lasso, and all that's kind of unreliable.
Well, AM finding all the neutral items right away for the team, passing some over.
Oh, he left a creep. Unbelievable.
Strength Vambrace? Yo, have you ever seen anyone toggle the Vambrace and the treads?
I do it.
Really?
Yeah,
Dude,
not
that's
for everything.
That's impressive.
Radiant's top
Like on
tower
a Blink
is under
AM?
attack.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have not seen
That
it.
sounds next level.
Yeah, that's super next level.
I guess the one thing about it, and I think the reason you're talking about the unreliability a little bit of Lasso is like how quick is he going to be on his fingers with that counterspell play?
Right.
And that's something that, you know, you could still hypothetically catch somebody out a little bit by, you know, not being fully ready with that, with the Abyssal, or the Lasso rather. Time will tell, we will see. Rana ulti up,
Radiant's
maybe
bottom
trying to
tower
take that
is under
tier 2
attack.
tower in the top lane, or possibly run into Cuckoo on the Mars.
Yeah, Cuckoo's the playmaking potential of Among Us, and catch the tide.
It's a bold play.
They've got maybe the damage. The Sunray is doing a lot to FBZ, who is not going to get a chance to go for a Ravage. They kill off both with ease.
That was a bit greedy by them, though. Hyde could have just left, but he was sticking around to be like, hey, you know, Tybee may be able to get this kill on this Mars.
Can they roach? Their lineup does not roach amazingly well, but this would be a big pickup for them.
Yeah.
Problem is, they've only got a small window here. These respawn timers are pretty low.
This Manta, the Desolate, is pretty good at least being able to cut through Roche here towards the end. And
Yeah, they
it
don't
looks like
care.
they're going to get it.
AM TP's bot. Grimstroke might toss a stroke in there.
Yeah.
Roshan has fallen to the dark.
No,
Paper, though.
yeah, he will. And that's going to be another kill. You know, you can't just give up a bunch of kills like that, giving up the Aegis. This last couple minutes have not looked amazing necessarily for Boom.
Yeah, we're hyping up Boom and talking about how they've got
Dire's
this
bottom
significant
tower is
strategic
under attack.
advantage, but it has been Among Us playing better for at least the last 5-10 minutes.
Yeah.
And this is where it feels like Boom has very much got the same mindset we have, that, oh, we'll eventually win. We have this AM that's uncountered, perfect AM game, let's just sit back and chill. But
Dire's bottom tower
does feel,
is under
I think the
attack.
other four heroes still need to be thinking about what's the best way we can impact this game and help us win. And right now they just seem to be sitting back expecting AM to carry them, which is a bad mindset to have.
They are at least maintaining map control. Like, only one tier 1 tower has been taken, so even though, like, this Tidehunter was massively out of position in the mid lane. Also, this mid lane tier 1 tower is still up 20 minutes into the game.
Yeah.
Right. It was also, like you're saying, like a bit of a consequence of pushing out across the map.
Yeah, Boom's draft does not take objectives well.
Nope.
Luckily, with enough heroes dead, they could take Roche, but they don't push towers at all.
Scotty for In Your Dream. So this to me feels like it's what we're talking about. If you can get that lasso and manage to hit it onto the anti-mage, maybe you haunt, you jump on him with the Manta, could possibly blow up that AM.
Yeah.
Before he, well, at least up until he starts to get more items.
Yeah, I think he probably eventually considers this satanic for some status resist. He feels threatened.
For the AM, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, similarly how big of a deal Abyssal AM will be, I think if Spectre gets an Abyssal, AM can very easily die also.
Yep.
Shadows take
Yeah,
us.
the Spectre versus AM matchup, once you get into the late
Radiant's
game, and
bottom
if you're
tower is under attack.
similar farm, is actually
Radiant
okay for Spectre. The
Yeah.
problem is AM usually just out-farms you and comes online at 25-30 minutes
Radiant
with his
structures are
triple item, the
fortified.
Battle Fury Manta, Abyssal, and
Radiant's bottom
you
tower
can't fight
is
him.
under attack.
This next timing here feels really, really important for Boom. Like, this is the point in the game where they're supposed to be now, like, kind of
Dire's
dominating,
middle tower
feeling like
is under
they're
attack.
unkillable.
Yep.
I think Abyssal is almost there for anti-mage. Am I
He
right in
just
that?
finished the Basher.
He just finished the bash. Okay. So, like, I think these next, like, 5 minutes are game-defining. If you win a next fight as Boom, you can start to take buildings, maybe even go high ground a little bit. But if you give up a few fights and it looks bad, the game's going to fall away from them.
Yeah. I think most importantly, they also have DK's Blink. I'm just surprised they haven't gone together and fought as a team with AM having pre-Abyssal, just with Manta plus Battle Fury. They're super
Right.
strong, but the problem was DK didn't actually have Blink Dagger.
Yeah.
I thought his Midas into Blink would time up with AM getting Manta style, but he just died a few times, and as a result, AM probably got Manta. He's like, guys, if there's a fight, I can come, and DK's like, well, you know, I still need my Blink. I think Makoto going for this Midas has hurt Boom more than it's helped them.
Discord. Fix it.
Yeah, because DK's he's their only kind of initiating playmaker. Like anytime if they want to make a move or make a play, it comes down to mostly DK with a Blink stun initiation. Perhaps tied Blink Ravage, but
That's a very heavy commitment.
Yeah. yeah, you want to find pickoffs, and that's Blink Ravage is not how you do that unless it's like a Spectre kill. You might consider it.
Well, 22 minutes in, and they are in a good position now to take this tier 2 tower.
Yep.
With Aegis, I guess, still on Spectre for another 2.5 minutes. There's sort of that question of, like, do you actually want to try and fight into this right now, or do you have to just wait it out the whole time? They're pinging high ground like they want to go.
I think Among Us are going to look to fight. The key for them is catching the backlines. Unfortunately for them, FBZ scouts out the rotation, and there we go. They bought the Tide and Kescu.
They're leashed together, though. They jumped right into that, both of them. Zephyr trying to heal him up afterwards. FBZ. Ravage comes out, barely able to walk away
got
on
one.
absolutely nothing, but the dagger's going
Dagger.
to come and finish him off. Now the jump in. They've controlled the AM. They waited for that counterspell to come out. Can they bring him down, though?
He's
Doesn't
rooted.
look like it. He is going to drop. Down and dead for 70 seconds, and boom. They lose out on a lot. That Phoenix did so much damage with that Sunray.
Phoenix is just going uncontested in all these fights. Every single Sunray on this Tide is just destroying him.
Yeah, he wanted to hold on to that Ravage even more, but he was like, I'm about to die. I need to Ravage so I can at least get it out. And set up? Oh my gosh, that clumsy net has now netted them 2 kills.
Unreal.
They did not have the control for that AM without that clumsy net.
Radiant's middle tower
bad.
is under attack.
Making big plays here, and Among Us, you know, they hear all this talking, anti-mage, gonna own, and suddenly they still got some things to say about it.
I wonder if AM might even consider going BKB instead of the Abyssal now. Because that fight was ugly. For the
Radiant's middle tower has
distance that AM should have ahead of a Spectre at this stage of the game, that was way too even. And they lost.
That was also into that Aegis, didn't even come close to popping it, obviously. We'll have to see if he decides to switch up his item build or what have you, but yeah, right now, timing looking pretty good. Hyde trying to dodge the potential spear that comes out. He gets a nice one there, but still going to take a good amount of damage.
The Sunray.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
Did Tide have a Glimmer queued up? Did I see that correctly? Yeah.
On top of Hood?
He's changed his mind. He's like, this blink into refresher is not the play. I need an answer.
Dire's
Why not
top tower
pipe?
is under attack.
I think that, well, yeah, maybe he's just sort of building it for the anti-mage to add it onto it. I don't know. It's weird. It's a weird thing
Radiant's
to
bottom
build
tower is under attack.
Glimmer after Hood.
Yeah. Especially for a hero that, I mean, you're quite tanky, so like you have to be casting it on someone else to really make use out of it.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Dreamo Cell, in the
Radiant's
meantime,
bottom
going to
tower
take
is
down
under attack.
this tier 2 tower here,
Dire's top tower
and
has fallen.
it feels like that
Radiant's
next
bottom
Roche is
tower
going to
has
become
fallen.
vitally important.
I think if Spectre gets this Abyssal, the advantage in this
Dire's
game
top
does
tower is
Yeah.
under attack.
swing fairly heavily towards Among Us at that point. Right now it's feeling pretty even, although as far as the actual game itself, Among Us have been winning fight after fight. They still have some questions to ask whether they can beat this AM though.
And in a lot of ways, like, Abed, I think we were sort of writing off the Batrider and would be able to accomplish, but he's looking pretty good this game. He's doing a ton of damage, very tanky.
And Cuckoo's just always catching supports. I mean, this one's, well, Kesuke may survive him.
Clumsy net.
But
What a broken item.
yeah, I think Kesuke's positioning has often kind of hurt Boom as well. We saw it top lane, we've seen it a few times where he's getting picked off. He's too used to playing these like tanky 5-position
Radiant's
strength
middle
heroes
tower
that
is
stand
under
in the front
attack.
lines. Like he plays the clock, he plays the ET, but
Dire's
the
structures
squishy
are
backline
fortified.
supports have to be very careful not to get caught by Mars and Batrider.
Well, Haunt was spent, but it seems like it's not even that big of a deal. They are totally down to take this. No
Radiant's
Aegis,
middle tower is under attack.
but no contention.
Nightmare noises. Jeez.
It's no eek
No, it's not.
Radiant's middle tower
or
has
violent
fallen.
stabs. That's a good one.
Dire's bottom tower
Alright,
Wait,
has fallen.
AM's going Scotty?
He already has
He
the
has the
Abyssal.
Dire's
into
bottom
Scotty, I
tower
guess.
is
Yeah.
under attack.
Wants to tank up some more, but I'm not.
I feel like BKB, like the health reduction. Oh my god, this clumsy net is. It's not lassoing.
Get away!
Doesn't have detection.
Oh, they
Nope.
got him! Oh no.
Goes to TP, but
Oh my god. Oh no. Poor Mirana.
I don't get this. Ooh.
Okay.
Magic thyself.
Oh,
Abyssal.
I guess Scotty versus the Oracle is pretty nice.
Yeah.
So the False Promise can't really full HP heal a Spectre.
this Abyssal does completely change this game though, because AM can do what we just saw, which is just jump at hero, blow them up. And I
Yeah.
think particularly this Phoenix and Oracle, Phoenix himself has just been an absolute thorn in Tide's side.
Mm-hmm.
AM can now play the aggressing role.
And the other thing that we should mention is that, like, Boom hasn't really played Dota up until this point. They've been, like, dodging fights, backing away. The one that happened, like, up on the high ground where AM ended up dying, that one was also, like, you know, Among Us coming and trying to contest them and Boom not really being ready. It feels like this is the point where they're actually going to maybe start looking for engagements a little bit on Boom. And at that point, you have to imagine things are going to be a little bit different as far as how the fights look.
Yeah, they have not had a chance to initiate anything. I think
Dire's
Moonlight
top
Shadow has
tower
pretty
is
much
under
exclusively been used defensively.
I don't know if it's going to look amazing, because I think that now Among Us have enough tools to make the fight hard. But at the very least, it should look a little bit better for Boom going forward, I would imagine. Same with that Abyssal Blade.
Yeah, Mars is a BKB. Does DK have his BKB finished?
Yeah, he should, right? Oh,
God,
wow,
dude,
he's
this
really
Midas
far
has
away.
slowed him down so much.
Man, it's on cooldown. Haunt in, up high, trying to find him. And they find Makoto. Spear's going to
Do
connect.
they know that they found him?
Well, he's got Blink away afterwards. Yeah, they got the little dagger path stuff. Oh, he doesn't have a TP.
That'll get you every time. Why is Hyde sticking around then? That's
It's crazy.
Ooh.
As good as the AM pick was this game, it just feels like Boom are unable to, like, they're not looking like a good AM team.
Yes.
The rest of the players seem a bit lost as to what to do with the AM on their side. Like,
I think FBZ had the right idea. His Tide was doing well. He was
Yep.
just making a big nuisance in lanes, forcing reactions while AM was free farming, but the rest of it, the Mirana, the DK, the Grimstroke, I definitely agree.
Is under attack.
Seem a bit lost at sea.
Dire's courier has been
ooh,
killed.
Ag Spectre, I like this.
Wow.
Dire's bottom
So there's an
tower is
interesting
under
thing there with the
attack.
counter spell. I
Radiant's
think that it
top tower
creates
is
the
under
AM
attack.
at the Spectre if you hit it on him.
Radiant's
and he's
top
hidden
tower
counter
has
spell.
fallen.
That has to take some insane timing, though.
Right. Well, if he gets
I'm just
jumped
like-
on and just spams it. Oh, wait a minute, though. There's the Ravage. Big jump out. Abed does manage to get the lasso now. Blade Mail down. It's a lot of damage. Can he manage to get out of there? Still stuck in place. Jumocell down low, but gets the blink away. Chase still coming from Abed. They pop the Phoenix ulti as well. Another blink away.
burning.
Dropping down super low, and he is
Phoenix.
going to fall. Oh, that Agi tread on the Van Brace. That one hurts.
And he just leveled up the counterspell magic resistance after he died also. That actually may have saved him as well.
Damn.
3 heroes go down, or more importantly, the AM goes down.
It is no good, Cuckoo.
Wow.
It feels like AM needs some kind of survivability item, whether that's BKB or Satanic. I think,
Yeah.
I'm not sure about this Scotty.
I don't agree with this, Scotty.
I think Satanic with the status resist against Lasso could be very helpful there, but BKB as well. Definitely looking like a helpful item.
Cheap stick also that's coming out, yeah.
And also, unfortunately, I don't think they got very good tier 3 neutral items on the Boom side. All the ones I saw pop up
Yeah.
were pretty lackluster. They
Yeah,
got
it's like
Telescope,
Telescope.
Quiver.
Find and kill Makoto.
Oh.
They didn't get any good ones for the AM or any real carry ones.
We see
They
that
got a Mindbreaker, I think, but
that shadow step coming out.
Yeah, it was difficult to see how the initiation all panned out. All I know is that Among Us won.
This is Dangerous Town. Like, because now you're not even necessarily needing to fight on, like, consistent timings. Like, you can use Shadow Step just for a pickoff, and then you can still save, like, Haunt for the big high ground fight afterwards.
Yep. And AM can no longer effectively split push at this stage, because
Right.
usually it's like, oh, they had to blow Haunt, maybe I can get away. Oh, what a find.
And
And a
Shadow
Shadow Step.
Damn, dude. Aghanim Spectre.
the cooldown's just so low on it that it's so nice with that global kill threat potential.
But I think that, yeah, like, so let's say that, you know, somebody jumps on Anti-Mage and he pops Counterspell, there's a chance that Spectre could hit it at the same time accidentally. That's what I was talking about with that thing. I don't think it's, like, guaranteed, but it's a possibility it could happen.
I feel like AM will just be like, what the hell do I do? Can you get...
Yeah, I don't know if you get reality.
Yeah,
you can't
I don't think you
reality
do,
to
yeah.
it.
But it might just, like, burn the mana from the Spectre. Can you imagine? And then she doesn't have mana for Haunt. That's how you win the game.
I mean, Shadow Step is, when we were hovering over it, I had no idea it was actually 180 mana. That's quite expensive.
Yeah.
I mean, it's definitely the Spectre's mana pool in general. Like, if AM does see Spectre as a feasible target in a fight ever, it's like,
Yeah,
that
which
mana
is,
void is going to hurt.
I was kind of surprised that he took the Counterspell Magic Resistance on the 25 talent for AM.
It has been a lot of magic damage in these fights.
Right.
But I do
But then
agree.
get a BKB.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, not a foregone conclusion at all, but Among Us have definitely picked up the slack and are looking a lot better now.
Dreamcell does commit to the Scotty.
Does DK have his BKB yet? All right.
Yeah, he does. 25, Anti-Mage just pushes down bottom here.
They are going for a Scythe on Batrider, so Abed prioritizing additional control and lockdown to be able to fight and deal with AM.
Oh, he was fireflying.
And jumps right on top, right at the start. Can they bring him down in time? Doesn't quite look like it, but they managed to find a little bash there on the hit. Cell trying to run away the second round of it now.
That's that counterspell magic resist. It's just like so little damage.
Yeah, and I
They're
think
still
they
chasing,
should
though.
Be able to get out of here
Blink cooldown is so low.
quick enough to escape.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
But can they kill Among Us? That's the real question.
Yeah, they don't really have the ability to kill AM, except when he's like jumping in on them and they're maybe locking him down, but that's yeah, it puts AM on the back foot as long as he's running away from you.
Yeah.
And Hyde, he's had a rough game. Mirana's just kind of looking lost on the map often.
MVP went to his head.
Speaking of which, those of you watching, don't hesitate to go on down to bts.gg/monstermvp for your own MVP consideration. Send a vote, send a kill, send a blink.
Possibly getting away from there, but Spectre jumps back in yet again. FBZ ready to help a buddy out. Can he do it? There's BKBs on all of them. Still rooted, still in trouble, and he is going to fall.
Perfect chain stun, no buyback, dead for 100 seconds. Among Us just playing this game fantastically.
Damn.
Lasso into spear into clumsy net. It looked
Did
like.
the spear connect? It looked like the spear like whiffed through him somehow.
It didn't push him.
Yeah,
but he
so-
was stunned. Because
Okay,
what
so
else
I
would have
think-
stunned him though?
I think it's the lasso. Yeah, I think lasso took priority, like movement priority.
Oh.
And so the spear like connected, so to speak, because it
The
hit a
arena
wall.
was behind it.
Right.
Yeah,
and so,
so-
as long as the spear hits a wall, it'll always get the stun.
Yeah, yeah.
But it may not always push the person.
Interesting.
Okay. He definitely had a long duration stun on him,
Yeah.
but it like you say, it didn't look like the spear latched on.
And I definitely saw the word rooted, which means
Yeah.
that this clumsy
Yeah.
net is still in play.
I just
S tier item.
AM is wishing he got a Titan Sliver himself.
Well, like
that would have
anything.
changed his game.
is Vanberry's really the best thing that they got?
Their
Yeah.
tier 3 items they got were actually
It
garbage.
was quiver, telescope,
Oh my god.
repair kit, mindbreaker.
Yeah, they
Radiant's top tower
sometimes
has
the
fallen.
neutral items do not go in your favor.
And Spectre got an Iron Talon, and they got a clumsy net,
Radiant's
and,
Yeah.
top
and she has a
tower
Titan
has fallen.
Sliver.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes the Dota gods just want Among Us to win. That's what happens.
I mean, you definitely can't bank on getting the exact one you want, like the Titan Sliver, but even getting
Right.
like a Paladin Sword or something would have been decent for AM.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
37 minutes coming up, so he'll be able to get another one hopefully soon.
Bat Rider is going to have Hex.
Yeah, in a way, it feels like the damage might already be done.
Radiant's top
They
tower
will take
has
that
fallen.
first set of racks. Things looking very good for Among Us. We did not believe. There was no belief amongst the panel.
Yeah.
Radiant's
doing it.
middle tower is under attack.
AM staying true to his win rate.
This is a 33% hero that I'm looking at.
Makoto jumps in the back lines, finds one. AM trying to make something happen. Got hexed immediately, saved by the Oracle. FBZ, no Ravage available. Tons of damage coming in, and they also have that Supernova up
Egg.
on the high ground. No way for them to get out of that one. Wrong is the call. Dreamcell barely able to escape, actually. But nonetheless, they take down Kezcute. Buybacks are forced, and nobody from Among Us is killed.
They're all like full HP also. They all just want to keep fighting. Ravage is still up, but I don't think it matters.
No, definitely not.
Yeah, they're all in on the AM being able to kill heroes. He's got Tide and a DK,
Radiant's middle
and
barracks
just
are
BKB
under
Blink,
attack.
so...
Radiant's
If AM's
middle
not killing
barracks
people, nobody
has
else on the
fallen.
team is.
And this again, I think, speaks to what you were talking about. Oh, well, hold that thought. As they're chasing, trying to get a kill. Can't manage to take down the Oracle. Zephyr on the other side just dives away from Dreamcell. March might end up going down here.
Instead,
But not before he dewards.
That's right. Did his job.
Dreamcell couldn't even kill the Phoenix.
For round two, Ravage comes out now, trying to get some cleave hits there. Is it going to be enough? Turning.
Oh,
Hex
Hex!
though! Again, they catch him, and Dreamcell stays tall, tries to hit, but
Dire's
They just don't have
bottom
enough
tower
damage.
is under attack.
oh, wait, round three?
I mean, your dream's good to go, but the rest of his team not quite as survivable. Shadow
Now,
Step,
They jump onto him, and he's away from everybody else.
speared, killed.
Taken down. GG. They're done. They've had enough. And this is what I was talking about, of like the Among Us team just looking good, knowing what they need to do to win, didn't panic. Impressive showing.
Yeah, and for some of these players, this is a big deal. You know, they're
Yeah.
currently orgless, teamless. This is like their audition saying, "Hey, SCA teams out there, orgs, pick us up. You know, we're legit."
Hopefully
you know?
that's what it is, and not like, hey, poach one of our players.
Right.
We
Well-
might even be even better.
Well, some of them aren't looking to like Abed, you know.
That's
he's
true.
Not, it's not like this exact team that's looking for an org, but like
a good point.
maybe 3 or 4 of the players are looking to play together. So they're in the grand finals.
They are in the grand finals. They have beaten Boom Esports 2-0 and in a very exciting fashion, unexpected. We're going to jump to a quick break. When we return, some more post-game analysis and then the build-up for the grand finals here at the Monster Energy Dota Summit 13.